So it is uh Saturday, February 3rd, 2024, 12:03 p.m., so it was just 12. And it's been about a week or so since my last video. Uh I did have that meeting with counseling and psychological service CAPS. It was just like a preliminary, like they sit you down and they ask you like, oh, what are you kind of looking for from this program so they can help kind of tailor your experience. And I told them about just like what I've been feeling and stuff and what I think some of the issues with me are. There's probably a better way to phrase that. But I told them everything, and then I got an email later. They recommended me for some workshops, and I told them I was looking for like help with finding counseling. So they gave me a list of therapists in my area that I could get to easily since I don't have a car. That were also in my network that take my insurance, which is great. Actually, I remember in my meeting, it was online. So the lady was like, "Let me look at your insurance card," and then she looks at it because I uploaded the file like beforehand, and she goes, "Huh, I'm not actually. I don't think I've ever seen this insurance before," which was, I mean, was really interesting. Also, the lady who I had my first meeting with, I don't think I'm ever gonna like talk to her again. But like she had this like weird, warm, motherly tone of speaking, and that just made me like really uncomfortable for some reason. She was talking about like, you're so brave to be doing this, and all that like trying to warm, fuzzy, trying to make me feel better talk, but just like I was so uncomfortable because like what are you talking about, lady? You don't even know me, and now you're telling me I'm brave. Like it was interesting. Um, but so things I think are looking up. Uh, I've been tracking my weight for like ever since the year started, and I've been noticing it's been going down, which is that's good. I know it's not great to focus on that imaginary number, but I mean it's not imaginary, but it's like an arbitrary number, and it's going down, so that's making me feel a little better. Um, I've been consistent with trying to take a multivitamin every day. Um, and I was talking to my sister, who's a dietitian, about like should I start taking magnesium supplements? Because I've read there's like different forms of magnesium that can help you with your quality of sleep and help you. And I didn't read, I saw a TikTok about how this like form of magnesium called magnesium threonate is supposed to help with ADHD, and there's also other magnesiums to help with like relaxing you, and so that could help with my mental clarity. Maybe I've read like some of the muscle relaxing properties can kind of maybe help with the sweating I get as a side effect from my ADHD medication, which is something I've might be looking forward to. Uh, I'm gonna buy the supplements when I get my paycheck, just so like I can like start thinking about my finances again. Because I mean, right now I live in the dorms, and so I don't really have to worry about my finances at this moment. Um, but I need to start like thinking about like, oh, how am I gonna divvy up my savings so I can responsibly plan for the future? Because next year I want to live like in an apartment or a house, and I need to think a little more deeply on that. Um, but otherwise, it's the weekend. Normally my weekends are kind of more boring than my weekdays because uh, I still have an issue with just like asking people to hang out. I really don't really know how to do that, which is kind of weird to say. But later today, I'm going to be meeting up with this dude I haven't talked to since like last school year, and he has a car, and so we're gonna go to another city that's like half an hour away, so I can pick up this old computer I found on Facebook Marketplace because I had this idea where it'd be really cool if I like make a dedicated if I make a dedicated computer for like nostalgic experiences, because I never grew up on Windows 7, but it's like it's a very nostalgic operating system for me, even though I never really used it as a kid besides in school. So I want to like make a dedicated Windows 7 computer that like has all this old software and old games that I can like kind of like try and re-experience like the childhood gaming, childhood computer use experience. And I think that would be just a really fun idea, like a conceptual concept like that. So I'm gonna pick up a computer and try and get that going within a little bit. Um, Weekends aren't completely boring. I already said I run the Satire News organization, which I didn't even talk about how that meeting went. That meeting was good. There was two more people than there usually have been in the past, so that's a sign of growth. I have a full organizational structure picked out, and I have a editor in chief now. Geez, I can't speak today. And he actually used to like have published articles in like a little magazine, so that's really cool. And yeah, so every Sunday I have these meetings, and I usually get food with my friend, who's my vice president afterwards. So like, there's a little bit of like built-in interaction. Um, I guess that's a thing I really need in life. I need things to be built in because I have a hard time like doing things on their own. So I really prefer when like I have these meetings, so I have a built-in hangout with my friend, and there's like a guaranteed like usually we get lunch afterwards, and I guess I'm a real stucker. Once again, my speaking shit. I'm a real sucker for I guess two birds, one stone type experiences. But that's it. Things are looking good. Um, I really am thinking about trying to like do these videos more often. So maybe I'm gonna probably put more effort into them. I'm trying to look for a good like no copyright music library, so, because maybe some music in the background might make these a little more watchable. And I've also thought about maybe using AI to dub them into like another language. Like I think it'd be fun if these videos were just also in Spanish, but that's just like a weird side thought that I'm not gonna do much with. I'm not Mr. Beast. I'm just some dude. I wish I was Mr. Beast though. That guy has like so much money. But what is money besides an imaginary number that makes me happy because I have more of it? And it makes me sad because I want to spend it on things, but then I have the things that make me happy, but less of the imaginary number. But that's just a little food for thought, just a little update. So I guess I'll see you all in like a week or so, or maybe in a couple days. Who knows? See you on the flip side.